Hello everyone, Violet here, and today I'm going to show you my 2022 planner and journal stack. I'm so excited to show you this, and I'm sure that if you looked at the thumbnail, it looks like an absurdly huge stack. So I promise that there is a method to this madness. So I'll let you know how I'll be using everything. And to be honest, most of these things are similar to the system I've been using this past year. So I've definitely found it to be sustainable and suit me really well. So that's why I'm kind of going along a similar pattern this year, and I will show you. So to begin, I wanted to show you my two basically like planners. These are, I guess, the most like traditional planners. I use Passion Planner. I'm actually a Passion Planner ambassador, so I've got a link down below if you are looking for a discount. But anyway, I use the large weekly dated Sunday start. Basically, this is my planner for visualizing the week ahead and for memory planning. So it's sort of a two-step process. It's like I like to decorate this. This is kind of my hobby planner. It lives on my desk. I, ahead of time, just like map out my week so that I can visually see it, kind of set some intentions for the week, decorate it. And then at the end of the week, I'll post photos. I'll post, like maybe letters or tickets or things that really, it's like scrapbooking basically, things that I want to keep as memories for the week, so that this planner ends up being kind of like a photo album, which you can see that I'm going to be posting a flip through of my last year's planner, so you can check that out. And then I'd say that honestly my planning really happens in my daily planner, which is also my basically main journal. So really this is the main one. This goes with me everywhere. This is a daily planner, so it lasts for 3 months, and that is why I actually, have all 4 for the whole year. So these are the 2 styles that I got, and I'm just gonna alternate them for the whole year. So, that makes up a big portion of the stack there, but basically, of course, I'm using one at a time and filling it up. And I look at whatever I have planned out specifically for the day, and then I look at my to-do lists and stuff, and I actually map out my time management day by day in the mornings. And then on this side, I do my daily journaling, which is like affirmations, gratitude, reflection. That's what I do there. So I'm in this one every single day, and I might look at this one every day, but really I'm only in this one once a week. So I'll tell you with each planner how often I'm in it. By the way, every planner that I'm showing today, I do have individual reviews for. So if you want to look at them in depth, I have that on my channel. But now I'll just kind of give you an overview of how I'm using them this year. So yeah, so these are my, main like planners, how you'd think of it, like scheduling. Next, I'm going to show you my specialty planners, basically. So all of these are for a specific purpose. These aren't necessarily planners that I use every single year. It's more so for like whatever I want to focus on this next year to be. So this one is the Hero's Journal, the newer version, which is the Historia Magic School. And this is really fun. It's kind of like set up like a storybook in a way. And I used the Hero's Journal last year to plan out my novel for NaNoWriMo, and it worked so well. And my next novel I want to plan out for this next year's NaNoWriMo is fantasy. So I thought that this planner would fit perfectly for that, so I'm just going to do that again and use this planner for planning out my NaNoWriMo novel. And then for business stuff, I'm using the Entrepreneurship Planner by Simplified, and this will be really great for basically growing my online business, which is a huge focus of this next year. I'm going to use this for content planning. I was using a larger planner for this past year, but I really wanted something very small that was just like easily portable. I could even slip it inside of other, planners, like my large weekly planner, and I could have this at my desk, or anyway, it's just so much more manageable in this size for me, so this made perfect sense. And then For my spiritual practice, this year I'm going to be following the moon, following astrology, and I'm using It's Just a Phase Moon Planner 2022. This is by my friend Allison, so I'll be sure to put a link to this down below. I added the tabs from if you watched the review last. But basically, it goes through everything that happens. It's tracking your cycles, your energy, everything that happens astrologically and lunar, the lunar signs, the lunar phases, and it has individual spreads for each new moon and full moon. And it's very specific to how the energy is actually moving throughout the year. So I'm going to use this to align myself and attune myself with it. And so the way I'm using this, it's almost like a habit tracker in that I'm going to use it for my daily spiritual practice and track what I do for my daily spiritual practice, as well as use the prompts in this planner. So this will live at my altar, and I'll go to it when I am doing meditation or yoga or honoring the Sabbaths or, that sort of a thing. So yeah, we're pulling cards. I wanted to say, so you can tell each of these are for just like very specific things. And so I'll be in this one every day, and I'll be in this one probably every month to plan out the next month's content. And this one just whenever the inspiration strikes. And then lastly, I'm going to show you my 2 folios. This is my magical folio, and this is my mundane folio. So the magical and the mundane. And this is basically contains journals and trackers that I'm specifically going to be using this year. Each folio has 4 little booklets inside, so I'll show you what those are. So mundane has to do with my just like home life, family stuff, that kind of a thing. Magical has to do with like spiritual journaling and that's sort of a focus. I'll start with the magical. I'm really excited about this because although this is an Erin Condren folio, the outside part, I made the journals that are inside, and I'll link those down below. I'm making a whole line of journals. They're all the same size, lined, and can fit inside a folio if you have one, or they're great individually as well. But let's see, so I'm going to have a green witch's journal. This is where I'm going to track things that I learn about herbs, that I learn about animal signs, about weather, things having to do with nature, cycles of nature. That's what I'm going to track in here. This is my tarot journal. So I'm, just going to be furthering my studies in the tarot, writing about my experiences reading tarot, things that I learn, my personal insights and reflections. Same thing with astrology. Oh, also notice I've got this front design and this back design here. Same with Astrology Journal. Look at that. Same thing with astrology. I'll be learning about all the different signs, the planets, just, getting more in tune and more like capable to be able to read star charts and that sort of thing. I'll be learning about astrology, and that I'll keep in here. And then this is my Rosary Novena journal. There's the back. And for this, I have a practice. It's how I connect to the divine feminine is through the rosary. And so I'm going to track my journaling with each novena, which is 54 days long each. And so kind of going through my cycles of working with the rosary in here. So those are my magical journals. And then for my mundane folio, there's a little bee. Again, this is the Erin Condren folio, and inside these are Erin Condren books that I had already. And so I'm going to be keeping track of my budget, continuing to do that. I've already been doing that on most months, and so I'm going to continue that. Keeping track of meal plans. I don't do this every single week, but more so when I come up with like an idea that could sort of be like a pattern that I can use for weeks at a time. I've got a video on some ideas that I do in this if you want to check that out. I've got the wedding planner. So we're still waiting. We want to have some sort of ceremony or reception after the pandemic, although we did elope during the pandemic, so some of the stuff from eloping has to do with that, and we are still waiting to see when we can continue celebrating with family and friends. So I'll go to that when that's possible. And this is for lists. So all sorts of things that I might want to brainstorm or make lists about, and that happens in here. So this could be like grocery lists, it could be planning video ideas, etc. So all of those are, I'm calling my mundane, because as you can see, it has to do with kind of like daily life, home life sort of stuff. So I like my magical and mundane folios. So both of these I'll pretty much be whenever the inspiration hits to do so, except for the budget, I'll be in that monthly. And I wanted to show you all these together because I really feel like the color scheme, I've got lots of like blues, pinks, purples, and gold. I'm just gonna kind of lay these out so you can see, as well as like white and gray. There we go. Look at that. Look at the color scheme is so happy. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, what do you plan to use for 2022? Let me know what you thought of this video. Am I crazy? Are you a one planner person? Or did this make sense when I broke it down? I hope that you have a really happy new year. Please subscribe. I'm going to be posting lots of videos to do with planning and spiritual practice and magical things and tarot. So so happy to have you here, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.